Hey guys, this is Chris from Rekkid Talk. So we're going to do another one of those ranking some of the videos. And today we're going to rank some of the songs by the Smiths. And so I'm going to let you know I'm pretty much a very casual Smiths fan. I've never actually owned a proper Smiths album, just compilations. So the compilation I got back in my college days was Louder Than Bombs. And so this was probably really my entryway into the Smiths, and at some later points I got the Smiths singles, so this is obviously a CD comp. I think quite a few of the songs are the same, although I think the cassette has more songs than the CD does, and I know there are several other compilations, and they had some albums, and they had singles that weren't on albums, and all that sort of stuff. And I'm not an expert on any of this in terms of the Smiths. But I'm going to kind of go ahead and do my sort of bottom wild card, and then I'm going to give you a top 5 of songs that I like. I'm not necessarily promising that I've listened to every single damn Smiths song that exists. I mean, I love the group, love Johnny Marr's guitar, of course, the late Andy Rourke on bass, Michael Joyce on drums, and that wanker who was the singer. And so I'll get some hate, some thumbs down for that. So let's get into my bottoms. So my 2 least favorite Smith songs that I've heard. Please, Please Let Me Get What I Want. Oh, Morrissey. If you get what you want, you're still going to annoy us. So that's a song I just found annoying. But probably my least favorite Smith song, I just find this song really cringe, is Some Girls Are Bigger Than Others. And some girls' mothers are bigger than other girls' mothers. And that song sucks. Okay. Wild cards. So the first wild card I'm going to talk about. So I had a roommate for a while who was a big Smiths fan, big Morrissey fan. And we were working at Arby's, and so we had piped in music at Arby's. We like to cause trouble, so we figured out how you could patch a CD Walkman, sort of like my Car Ready Discman, how you could patch that in and play our own music. And this guy who was my roommate, who also worked there, thought it would be hilarious to play that song, Meat is Murder. So as you're eating your roast beef or your beef and cheddar or your French dip, you could savor the flavor of murder. And then my other wild card is going to come from this tribute compilation. So this is, I've got the CD version. I never upgraded this one to vinyl, but you can see a lot of the Smiths albums in there as well. So American Laundromat. They did a lot of these quirky tributes of various bands and other things with some Northeast alternative stars and a bunch of unknowns. I think the best song on this is number 4 on CD number 1, Shoplifters of the World Unite, which is a pretty good song. Didn't quite make my top 5. Tanya Donnelly with Dylan in the Movies. Dylan in the Movies is a guy named Brian Sullivan. They recently did an album under the name The Loyal Seas, but this comp came out in the year 2011, and so that was my favorite. Tanya and Brian doing Shoplifters of the World Unite. So now let's get into what I'm going to call my top 5 Smiths songs. Number 5, we've got Panic. Panic on the Streets of London, Hang the DJ, Hang the DJ, Hang the DJ, yeah. Is it an anti-disco song? I don't know. I found it. It was a fun song to listen to. I didn't take it too seriously. Number 4, William. It was really nothing. It really wasn't William. It was really nothing at all. But now we're going to get into my top 3 songs of the Smiths. And so number 3, which I believe led off the Meat is Murder album, is the Headmaster Ritual, where we learn that belligerent fools run Manchester schools. Wonder if some of my Manchester buddies, like Mr. Rob Walker, if they can verify if Belligerent Fools really did run Manchester schools. Are Belligerent Fools still running Manchester schools? My number 2 is going to be pretty cliche, because they're like, a lot of people are, if they can tell you the name of one Smith song, they can tell you this, How Soon Is Now. But hey, I think it's a really good song. I know in the UK it was a single. It wasn't on the Meat Is Murder album, but they stuck it on the Meat Is Murder album in America, because we're Americans. We're not going to buy singles and the album. We're only going to buy one, so just put it on the album for us. And How Soon Is Now. But my favorite song, and I've been kind of listening to this song in particular and the Smiths quite a bit recently, especially since the passing of Andy Rourke, and that was in the news, and kind of really getting a greater appreciation of his role as the bass player. And this song, I think, kind of really emphasizes his skills, is the song Barbarism Begins at Home. I'm actually, at the end of the video, I'm going to link up a live version of it, which I find is really good. You got Morrissey dancing around with flowers in his pocket, Johnny Marr's all happy. Everyone seems to be getting along, and he's just laying down a great bass line, relentless, for like 7 minutes. It appears my 3 favorites in my wild card all came from the Meat Is Murder album. So I guess if I ever go out and get a Smiths album on vinyl, it probably should be Meat Is Murder. So there you go. Some Smith songs that I ranked for you.